before they were even on sale, quite frankly. We have flocked trees, and we have the regular green tree. We start at a 4.5 foot. This is a 6 foot. We have a 7.5 foot and an 8.5 foot. Just a word to the wise, if you want the 8.5 foot, we have 7 left in the flocked version. They all come with the LED lights that you can either make all colors or just the white color. They are so pretty. Now, as promised, Alexandra told her how quickly she's gonna put this together.
Yes.
Or I guess take it apart and then put it back together.
Is this our 7.5 foot?
This is the 7.5 foot.
This looks like 7.5 foot. So you know what? It's a nice mid profile too. It's a nice spruce looking tree.
Nice shape.
It's a nice shape, but look at the girth. This is doable. Like if you have that nice corner, but you don't want something that's so large, this is a nice mid profile that is wonderful. And you've got all of these wonderful little LED strung lights, and you don't see the wires. That's another thing that I love. But most important is the ease of assembly, right? So let me see.
I'm not even gonna help.
Okay, I'm going to do this in real time because I want you to see how easy it is. Oh, and I'm wearing black, so you can see if the flocking is getting all over me or not. So 3 easy sections. So that's
you didn't have to disconnect wires?
Nope. You literally, you have the base, and then you just drop this into the base, and it's going to come on right away. And then you take that middle section. You don't have to match up or like point A. You know, my girlfriend, my neighbor pinched her finger so badly putting together, you know, because it had to match up.
Because most of them are really heavy too.
Oh, it was so heavy. I had to come over and help her, and it was not clicking in. And finally we realized we were doing it wrong. You don't have to do that. This, just pull,
See
pull.
that just automatically, all those lights came on by just putting it in.
Power pull technology, and so it just easily goes in. And now I'm going to pick up that top part, okay? If you cannot put up your tree this quickly, it's time for a new tree. Boom, just like that. And then I'll just open it, make sure, you know, because it has the memory, all of the branches fall into place beautifully.
Wow.
Is that not elegant?
I'm telling you.
Now, well,
one more thing.
You get the remote control that lets you walk through all the different color options.
But if you lose it,
if you lose it on the pedal, there's a little pedal here. There's a pedal, and I'm just putting my foot on the pedal, and I can have it warm white. I can have it where it's changing.
Oh, that is so awesome.
I can have it where it's steady on the warm white. I can have it glistening. Look at the glistening. I can have it where it's running through all of the different colors. Push the button again, it's pastel. So
you guys,
lovely. I push the button again.
All on sale. Now, one thing I want to share, because we are super limited in the taller ones, especially in the flocked, which you're looking at here. There's either the regular green or there's the flocked in all the sizes. Now, the 2 larger sizes we have on either 12-month VIP financing or 18-month if you want to get the 8.5 foot. And that makes it about $36 a month. But you're going to have your tree now for next year and the year after and the year after and the year after. This is the first year, Alexandra, truth be told, I did not go buy a real tree because they were so crazy expensive.
They get very expensive.
I'm not doing it this year.
If you can do a real tree, that's awesome. Who doesn't love a natural tree?
I like the smell and all of that.
But you know, I've gotten spoiled in the last several years where I'm not worrying about watering it. I'm not worrying about, oh, if I put it out too early, it's going to get dry.
Right.
Being so
or my cat crawling up the middle of it.
Or vacuuming every single solitary day because the needles are on the ground.
Right.
You don't have any of those concerns. You buy this, it's going to give you, you know, this is brought to us by American Tree and Wreath. It's the quality. They have been doing this for 100 years, over 100 years. So they know a thing or two about doing beautiful
by the way, it
decor
comes with a
like this.
5-year warranty on the tree, 2-year warranty on the lights.
2-year warranty on the lights. And on the lights, you're receiving 600 lights on the 4 foot.
Thank you.
1,200 lights on the 7, 1,800 or 1,800 on the 7, and then 2,400
I'll make sure
on the
we got
8.
that right. 1,200 on the 6 foot.
Okay.
600 on the 4.5 foot. We've got, the next one is the 8 foot. Yeah, 1,800.
1,800.
On the 7 and 8.5 foot.
And they're the nice little lights, the little fairy lights. They're beautifully strung so that you don't see all those wires. That is what's so lovely about how these are strung. And you're not choosing between warm white, multi, glistening, steady, pastel. You know, you want it all. You want it steady, warm white. You want it warm white where it's glistening. Right here, you're looking at the multi and glistening. That's where, you know, some of the little fireflies are just kind of activated. But I can do everything with the remote control.
Which is cool. Or you can do it with the foot pedal.
Or if you lose the remote control, here's the tip. You know, if you have one of those label makers, sorry, but that's how
to put it on the remote.
The OCD person, I make a little label that says ATW, which means it's the American Tree and Wreath, because I have multiple lit trees, and then it'll just say spruce, or as long as it's labeled, I pick it up and I say, oh, okay, I know what this one's for, okay?
I wanted to let you know that these tree skirts are also available. We'll put that item number up on the screen. We also have these really cool
the little candles.
On this particular tree, you can see these little red candles. It's a set of 10 that we've got available, and you can see they just attach to the branch like an ornament. See, check this out. They're coming up next. So if you want to get those, I just wanted to let you know they are also part of our year-end clearance. There's the info on the tree skirt. There's the poinsettia or the cardinal.
Well, the tree skirts, if we share that, they actually illuminate as well. They have little LED lights in the skirts, so now you've got lit. Yeah, so I don't think these are on, but I'll put them on. But there are lights in the tree skirt. Yes, they are padded. I mean, it's so nice you almost want to wear it, I swear. But anyway, so here we have the warm white, and I can see that it's glistening. And you know, this allows you, just with the touch of the remote control, okay, I can dim this, I can make it brighter, I can have a see right now it's steady and it's going through all the different colors. So you'll have fun, you'll find the one that really wows you and moves you. This one's the one that seems to wow everybody, where it's the multi with the glistening. I just realized the 8.5-foot tree is $100 off today. And it should be easy. That should not be hard. Challenging might be deciding what you want to gift the person. Putting up your tree should not be hard. So look, here's the top part, okay?
Note that there's no wires to attach each of the sections.
No. And then here's the second part, okay?
Is that the coolest thing?
And then the bottom part, same thing. You just pop that in, it'll auto, and then, you know, everything just opens. Unplug, and I like that the plug is on the bottom, and I love that the pedal that controls the light options is attached. I'm not, you know, losing it or misplacing it. And then I just pick this up, all right? And you know, I'm not exactly the strength that I once had. I used to be able to feel, I felt like I could move a car when I was younger. Trying to be a little more ginger with myself in the last several years. And so, I mean, I can put these up so quickly. A little tip for storage, instead of plastic, I love wrapping them in like a cotton shower curtain, or a really thick, an old curtain panel that's cotton. Because in Florida, I'm always worried about moisture, and I just wrap it tight in those claws, and I store them that way. And that works because I never want moisture getting on any of the metal elements. And then here, you really don't have that problem up north, frankly.
Do you see how that top just...
And I didn't have to, make sure it lines up. And when my girlfriend showed me that on her tree, beautiful tree. Yeah. But the fact that it had to go in a certain way, otherwise it wasn't going to work. And it was so heavy. This is lightweight, and it's not too big. It's the perfect girth and mid-profile for your needs in your home.
There's something called Easy Power technology that allows the lights to stay lit even when one goes out.
Yeah, that is one light going out and affecting the entire strand is so 1972 wants their light strands back. This does not happen anymore.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Okay, it's kind of like having a mop and bucket. Who still has a mop and bucket? Okay, we get it now. You're just spreading all the dirty water. Having a light strand be affected by one light going out, that just does not happen anymore.
Boy, we've got such limited numbers here. That's why it's a shortened presentation. Obviously, this is something, get it now for next year and the year after and the year after, and you're saving quite a bit. Just note that the 8.5-foot is on 18 months of VIP financing, so that makes it a little like $33 a day. The 7-foot is on 12 months of financing, so that makes it about the same, around $30-some odd a month. But you get it now. Keep it in the box, maybe put it in the attic or the basement until next year, but save on a tree and then don't worry about spending money on a tree again, ever.
Well, absolutely, you'll have them for years and years and years. And what's lovely about this is the timing. Look right now at your tree. Is it time to get rid of the tree?
Oh, if you've got a different tree, an old-fashioned.
Oh, my girlfriend said the other day, oh, my tree, you have to put each arm into, remember, in the little bracket? I was like, Liz, you are not.
That is
still
so 80s.
Assembling your tree where each branch has to go in the little slot. No. You don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that.
Who does?
This is the way to go.
You made mention of something that I think bears repeating, and that is the girth. Such a funny word. The girth of this tree, it's not gonna overtake a room.
It's got a
nice, it's a very slim, it's not skinny, but no. Look, we can touch.
Okay, well, look at the tree behind Callie. Look
Yeah,
at the base.
that's
I mean, that's gorgeous, but look at the size of the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's a big boy, and then you gotta go, oh,
big boy.
but this one, if I can just go like this, okay, and this is 7.5 feet.
It's a really nice profile.
Perfect.
It really is nice in terms of its size.
Well, if you have the living room and you've got the metal rails, you know, which is also kind of 80s, but now they're making them a little bit more modern, you know, with the grids inside, and you need to kind of tuck that in the corner. This is perfect.
Just so you know, this is the 6 foot. There's actually a smaller version, a 4.5 foot. Then there's 6 foot, then there's a 7 foot, and then there's an 8.5 foot. The 8.5 in flocked, we have 5. Oh. So 5 lucky people can get that big, grand 8.5 foot. But we do have it in green, only 15 in the 8.5 foot in the green, on sale by $100 off the biggest size.
And what's nice, and so maybe you said, you know, I really wanted to put a tree in the dining room. Because this is mid-profile, so you have the china cabinet, you have the table, and you've got that little space, this is going to work for you. Maybe you wanted to add to the family room, or you wanted to add to just a different room. This is what you were looking for the bedroom in the master, or the dining room, or some of those other areas. And then you can have that big boy for the living room. But then if you also just can't manage the big ones anymore, and you want something that's a little bit more manageable, this is for you. I just noticed something
else. The actual pine needles on these are very soft. Sometimes on a fake or a faux tree, they can be stiff and kind of picky.
Yeah.
These are very soft. They're very realistic in terms of what a real tree looks like.
Right.
So they're here, all choices between the green and the flocked, and all sizes, 4.5, a 6 foot, a 7 foot, and an 8.5, and free shipping is already attached. Free shipping, and that's
very easy. Just pop it right back on.
079144. Quickly
easy
wanted to
pull
mention
technology.
the skirts. We've got 2 choices for you on the skirts. One is this really cool cardinal, and then the other one, this one over here is really neat. It's got the gold